Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Good day, welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Preschool and I would like to welcome you to today's lesson. And we are going to focus on myself as our topic for this week. Before we go on, I want us to sanitize our hands. Can we dry them? Once we have done this, we have to make sure and avoid touching our face. We have to avoid touching our eyes, nose, and mouths. Now we are ready. Today's lesson is about myself, who we are, and about our different body parts. I want us to identify on this page 3. Can you all turn to page 3? I want us to identify if this is a boy or a girl. Is this a boy? Yes, this is a boy. Now turn to the next page. Is this a boy or a girl? Yes, this is a girl. Now we go back to our first page, where we have the picture of the boy. I want us to identify the different body parts on this picture. I want us to point to, can you please point to the eyes, to the nose, to the ears, the mouth, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the legs, and the feet. These are our body parts. I'm sure you know all your body parts. Now we are going to go to the next activity. Are you ready for the next activity? Are you ready for our next lesson? Can you turn to page 7? Are you at page 7? Yes. Now on this page, we have to find out which picture goes with the other, what goes together. Now on the first picture, we have the foot. The next one is the toothpaste, and the next one is the spoon, and the last one is a glass of water. We have to find out now which one goes together with the ones on your left-hand side. Does the foot go together with the plate? Does the foot go together with the water in the tap? Does the foot go together with the sock? Does it go together with the toothbrush? Which one do you think? The foot goes together with the sock. So can you take a crayon or a pencil and draw a straight line going to the sock? Now we come to the toothpaste. What do you think does the toothpaste go with? Is it the plate? Is it the tap? Is it the sock? Is it the toothbrush? Yes, the toothbrush. Now take a pencil or your crayon and draw a straight line going to the toothbrush. The spoon. Does the spoon go together with the plate? Yes, it goes together with a plate. So take your pencil or your crayon and draw a straight line going to the plate. Now we are at the glass of water. What do you think does this glass of water go together with? Is it the plate or is it the tap? Yes, it goes together with the tap. Are you ready for the next lesson? Yes. You ready for our next lesson, which is on page 8? Can you all turn to page 8? Yes, page 8. Now here we have to find the match. I want you to do this exercise by yourself. I will do the first one for you. The boy brushing his teeth. Which picture do you think does it match with? Yes, I think it matches with the toothpaste and the glass right at the bottom. Can you draw a line to that picture? Yes. Now I want you to do the other two yourself, and I will give you some time to do it. Wow, well done. I know you have got them all right. Now we will go to our next lesson, which is our body. And this lesson, I want you to take your pencil or a crayon, and I want to complete the rest of the body. And I will help you do it. We will all do it together. Take your pencil or your crayon, and we will start. We go around. On the dotted lines, make sure that you are drawing on the dotted lines. Make sure that your pencil or your crayon is on the dotted lines. Going down around the fingers, and up the arm. And down again on the dotted lines. Make sure you don't lift up your pencil or your crayon. Around your foot. And there we go, on the dotted lines. Are you done? I'm sure you have done a perfect job. Thank you. Now we've come to the end of our lesson. I hope you enjoyed your time with me. I enjoyed it. I hope you also did. Now we're going to have a word from Sashi. We have to remember to sanitize our hands at all times and avoid touching your eyes, nose and ears. Have a blessed day. See you. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Shashi. And Simon says don't touch your face, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth unless your hands are super clean. Bye!
It's ShopRite's Big Low Price Birthday. We're celebrating with big deals and even bigger savings. Like 750 grams Nola Original Mayonnaise for only $26.99 and 5 kilos Marathon Fine White Sugar for just $72.99. Don't miss out on our Big Low Price Birthday, only at ShopRite.
Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions.
Good day, welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Preschool. Before we go on to the next topic, I want us to remember what we did in the previous lesson. We talked about the letter M and we learned about the pattern, the handwriting, writing and tracing on the dotted lines. But before we go on to our next lesson, I want us to sanitize our hands. And remember always to avoid touching your face, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. Make sure your hands are dry. Now let's go on to our next lesson of the day. I hope you are ready for our next lesson. And this lesson is all about our emotions. And it's on page 22. Can you all go to page 22? It's all about our emotions. And I'm going to talk a bit about our emotions. We have the boy that is happy, and we have the mommy that is surprised, and we have the boy that is sad, and then we have the girl that is excited and screaming. So now what we have to do is we have to match the same emotions to the emotions on our left side. We have to do this together. I hope you are having your pencils and your crayons ready. Now I will invite our friend Noah to come and do this exercise with us. Can you match the same emotions? You have to match the same emotions, the same faces. You are getting there, Noah. Same emotions. If it's a happy face, then the happy face, you match it to the other. If it's a sad one, then you match the sad one to the other sad face at the other column. Where do you think should this one go? Are you sure, Noah?
Happy face and the other happy face.
It's a happy face, okay. And this face, where do you think should it go? Yes. Can you draw a line to that? I hope you are doing your work. And the sad face, where do you think the sad face should go? Can you look nicely? Is this a sad face? Then you should draw the line to the sad face, from this one to that one. Is this a sad face? Yes. Can you draw the line? And the excited face, where do you think should it go? Yes, you are right. I hope you are doing the same thing as he is doing. Wow, well done. I hope you have to look properly to see which faces matches the others. Now we are going to do a fun activity using our scissors, and we need Mommy and Daddy to supervise you on this activity. I'm sure you are ready for this fun activity. You need to have your scissor, and you need Mommy or Daddy to be present while you are doing this exercise. You need to have a scissor, and then you go to page 23. Can you go to page 23? You will see the different body parts of the boy. Can you see the different parts? Now you take your scissor and you cut on the dotted lines. Cut on the dotted lines. You can cut out the head, like I've done here. I've cut out the head. Then you cut out the body, like I've done here, the body. And the arms. You cut out the arms. And the legs. You cut out the legs, like I've done here. And the pants for the boy. Then you go to the next page, on page 25, and you paste it inside that frame. Can you see the frame on page 25? Now you get your glue and you paste it in the correct place on this page. Can you do that? Can Mommy and Daddy help you? Okay. Once you've done that, then we go to the next page, page 27. Go to page 27. We have a picture of body parts of a girl. You do the same you did with the boy. You cut out the different body parts like I've done here. I've cut out the head. I've cut out the legs for the girl. I've cut out her shirt. And I've cut out the arms. Have you done it? Ask Mommy to help you because you are using a scissor. Now then, when you have done with that, you go to the next page, which is page 29, and you paste it accordingly inside the frame of the girl. Paste it using your glue. Yes, I'm sure you've done a great job. I'm sure you enjoyed your previous lesson of cutting and pasting different body parts with Mommy and Daddy. But I still have a more exciting lesson for you. Can you turn to page 30? Turn to page 30 and you will see the big circle over there. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to draw how you felt throughout this lesson. Were you excited? Were you happy? Or were you sad during this lesson? I want you to draw your face in that big circle while I ask Noah to draw for us on the board how he felt throughout this lesson. Wow, I can already see that it's a happy face, and that means he was very happy throughout this lesson. Wow, an excellent job, Noah. Now, before we close off, I want us to remember that we always have to sanitize our hands at all times. And remember to avoid touching your face, your nose, your eyes, your mouth. Avoid touching them, and always remember to wash your hands with soap and running water if you don't have any sanitizer. Now I will invite our friend Zosha to come and say bye-bye together with us. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Shashi. And Simon says, don't touch your face, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth unless your hands are super clean. Bye!
soap and water. You got rid of all the germs on Achilles' hands.
COVID-19 affects people very differently. Many people show no symptoms at all, but some are hospitalised for weeks. So what does the disease do to your body? The coronavirus enters through the mouth, nose or eyes. It then usually attaches itself to cells lining the nose, throat, airways or lungs. It can turn these cells into factories that multiply and spread the virus. For the majority, a fever, cough and breathlessness are as bad as it gets. But the virus can damage the small blood vessels lining the lungs and initiate clotting. The alveoli are tiny air sacs where oxygen goes into the blood. If they become inflamed, it can trigger pneumonia. Seriously ill patients need to be given oxygen as the lungs fill with fluid and debris.
I legit couldn't breathe. My oximeter was measuring under 88% oxygen levels, which is very dangerous. And the only time I ever thought my life was in danger was at that point.
COVID-19 doesn't just affect the lungs. It can also disrupt the immune system, which is used by the body to fight illnesses. Cytokines are part of the immune system that find and signal infections. For some people with severe COVID-19, this system can go into overdrive. If too many cytokines build up, it can cause an overreaction that damages healthy cells. This is called a cytokine storm for the most severe cases. COVID-19 can lead to seizures or even a coma. It can also cause brain problems that lead to strokes. The immune system overreacting can cause clots that stop the blood supply to parts of the brain. Brain inflammation, psychosis and dementia-like symptoms can also affect seriously ill patients. The average length of the illness is 14 days, but many people have symptoms for much longer. Breathing problems and post-viral fatigue last for months in some cases.
I cannot walk for long simply because I will feel a little bit short of breath and I feel the need to sit down. And that's something that has never happened to me before.
Some of the people who are most likely to develop severe symptoms are older adults and those with underlying health conditions. It's not fully known how anyone will react to COVID-19 until they get it. So it's important for everyone to follow health guidance. What precautions are you taking to stay safe?
Prevention is important. Help prevent the spread of illness and keep yourself and others well. Hand washing is one of the most effective ways of preventing the spread of germs. Wash your hands regularly with soap and hot water, scrubbing your hands thoroughly for at least 20 seconds. Hand sanitizers can be used but are not recommended as a substitute for hand washing. Use sanitizers in addition to hand washing or in a situation where soap and water are not available. To avoid spreading germs, limit sharing of personal items such as utensils, cups, and dishes. Your skin acts as a barrier to germs, but your eyes, nose, and mouth are more vulnerable. Wash your hands thoroughly before touching your face, eating, or drinking. Avoid physical contact with others, including handshakes, fist bumps, high fives, hugs, and kisses. Social distancing is deliberately increasing the physical space between people to avoid spreading germs. While regulations may vary by country or area, the best guideline for social distancing is to maintain a distance of 6 feet from others. Germs can travel through the air from one person to another. If you sneeze or cough, do so into a tissue or the inside of your elbow to prevent the spread of germs. Avoid contact with ill individuals and insist they isolate themselves until they have recovered and are symptom-free. Clean and sanitize frequently touched common surfaces and high-traffic areas in your home and workplace several times a day. Share these guidelines with others and help prevent the spread of illness and maintain a healthy environment. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure.
The mighty Zambezi River, the longest east-flowing river in Africa, a river that flows through 6 countries, home to a plethora of wild species of fauna and flora, a lifeline for many people whose livelihoods are dependent on the abundance the river brings. Globally, communities who live along rivers rely on these rivers to survive. Communities living along the Zambezi call it the river of life, bringing water for their crops and fish as their main protein source. In Namibia, a country situated in sub-Saharan Africa, the Zambezi River sits at the heart of Kaza, the Kavango-Zambezi Trans-Frontier Conservation Area, which is one of the greatest conservation areas on Earth, a stronghold for very many of our most iconic wildlife.
I'm right now where the river forms the border between Namibia and Zambia. This enormous water body provides sustenance to a wide array of wildlife, bird and fish species. It's also a lifeline for human beings.
The same communities are the people also who are doing the illegal activities.
The price of fishing has gone up because fish has become scarce.
The more they finish us, the more our life gets harder and harder.
These days, it is very rare to get a big bream unless in those protected areas.
A small group of community members, together with non-governmental organizations like Namibian Nature Foundation, are fighting back.
We have to start thinking out of the box, to be honest, because what's going to happen is going to be out of this box that we haven't seen before.
By creating protected areas, monitoring and patrolling, fish stocks have a chance at recovery. These are the stories of the people fighting for the continued existence of their communities. These are the last defenders.
Struggling with no food, no what. But we didn't stop. If I don't do it, our young children, they'll never know the fish.